Hey everyone, doing this video in case you missed it because I definitely did. I actually would not have given a second thought to the skin had I not seen this discussion in Discord. So there's two Elektra skins and I never understood why because Evony knows that most players at this point, even the free-to-play, have moved on to the Covenant Generals, right? So why would we want to use an Elektra skin who is a very, very old general? So looking at it here, maybe you want the skin just for the avatar. So maybe somebody just likes the avatar and they want to have it be their picture, right? But if you go to Elektra and you look at the buffs here, you're going to notice that on the regular skin, you have to use to activate it. On the second skin, though, this is something that I completely missed. Completely missed this. It is an own to activate buff. So it is 10% on siege and range. So if you have like maybe a big player in your alliance, maybe a huge whale or a coiner that has tons of those gemstones just because they buy so many event packs, it might be worth mentioning to them that it's an own to activate and they can add easily 20% buffs, right? You got 10 for siege, 10 for range. Maybe that would be a good deal. Now, for myself and for many other players out there, I'll do the math for you. So it takes 20 gemstones to get in an event. So that is, we'll do the calculations because you know I'm bad at math. So if you take the 500 gems and you divide it by 20, that's 25 packs that you would have to buy. So that's $2,500. Now, if you want to see what it is when you double the coupons, you can do 500 divided by 40 and you get 12.5 packs. So is $1,250 worth 20% buff increases? And this is why I show you guys how much events cost, because now you can kind of make a more informed decision on, Wheel of Time. You can get 2 duty general gears for around that $1,250 cost. With the Tomb Expedition, you can get 1 duty general gear for around that cost, but that 1 duty general gear is going to give you more than 20% buffs, right? Because you can possibly get an additional sub bonus, but it also has extra buffs included with the gear if you own it. And then it has the refines that most people probably get around a 15 to 19.5%, right? With a range of what they can refine with. So that is just important for you guys to know. Also, this is something that I did not point out on the last video on Tomb Expedition. It does not just give you console gear. You can also get hospital gear. Now, I didn't really do any segment on the hospital gear because most of us have the console gear, and the hospital gear, you're only probably going to have only 2 pieces. So most likely they're going to put this gear in the champagne cake and the regular cake in another event, right? So it's best to complete what you're closest to when it comes to the set bonus, unless you really need those refines in the hospital gears. So let me show you the gear in level 6 champagne. So these have the console boots. So if you want to just get the hospital gear knowing that you are going to hit the champagne cake, you could easily finish out your set just doing the cakes. But probably most people do not have that, type of fortune. So that's why I just focused on the console gear. Now, on the hospital set, I'll let you know what those refines are once I, start getting that information. But I do have the console crown. Yuba showed me that. So on these refines, they're going to be troop defenses. So, I'm never really excited about the defense stats. So you can always decide, hey, I'm just not going to do any defense ones, and I'm just going to go for HPs, or I'm just going to go for attacks. You can easily pick and choose that if you're not going for set bonuses. Now, I'm not sure if I would do Siege Machine defense on mine. Maybe I would do Mount. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys would do. I know it's all based off of factors and we're all different, but I am just curious what you guys would put your defense towards. And Rez sends a reminder to actually put your duty general gear on after you refine. Can't imagine how many people forget to do that. And I think just in general, overall, I'm probably going to hold off on getting this Elektra skin. I think that if Evony comes out with a new skin, I would rather just have those gems readily available for a new one that hopefully I actually like and something that I would want to wear. And I think she's fine. I think a lot of people will like the vibe and look of this and want to buy it. So for me, I think I'm just going to wait. But let me know in the comments what you guys are going to do. So one more plug for the Big T, and special shout out to Baby Cakes. Thank you so much for all the memes. We got one more for you, and we will see you guys soon.